You're watching ChillyBoy Productions. I'm Larry ChillyBoy Chilson, and this is my list for the top 5 Pixar movies. Now, before we get into this top 5, make sure to go ahead and click that subscribe button down below so that you can chill with me on each and every one of my latest videos. We are now in the month of March, aka my birthday month, and in honor of Turning Red releasing to Disney Plus this month, the Movie Nerds Club is back in action to give our picks for our top 5 favorite Pixar films. Now, if you haven't watched before, the Movie Nerds Club is basically just a group of us small film tubers who come together each and every month and make our own individual lists for a set topic. And this month, we decided on Pixar. After you are done here, make sure you head on over, check out all the other members of the MNC. All of their links are in the description below. Now, I won't have any honorable mentions. I know, what a shocker, right? But that's because I actually recently did my ranking of all of the Pixar films. This was after the release of Soul, so you won't see Luca included on that ranking. However, if you want to see what just missed my top 5, then check that video out. I'll make sure to put the card in up above. Without further ado, let's jump in to the countdown. At number 5, I have WALLE. At its core, WALLE is actually a romance and pretty antithetical to everything I hold dear. But when you give me a good romance that just hits right with my soul, then I am sold. Add to that these adorable little robots and eco-friendly messaging and a story about saving planet Earth. How could I not love this film? Not to mention the space setting is absolutely stunning. The animation, of course, is just gorgeous through and through. I think it's dang near impossible not to fall in love with this little robot and his journey. Again, at number 4, I have Inside Out. One of Pixar's most layered and sophisticated films to date, Inside Out explores such a special subject that so many kids growing up right now, so many adults, all of us seem to be able to relate to in the current time. And that is our mental health and that balancing act it takes to find any sort of balance. We get a really sophisticated message in embracing sadness and embracing non quote unquote positive emotions and how healthy that is for you. And it explores all of this really deep subject matter with a very vibrant, colorful, beautiful, funny, entertaining way. Joy and sadness make for a beautiful pairing throughout the film. We get attached to really random side characters like Bing Bong, who should have been really annoying, but instead turns out to be one of the biggest heartbeats of the entire film. This is how you put sophisticated messaging in to a film that is fully accessible to everyone and will ring true with just about everyone who decides to watch. Swimming in at number 3, I have Finding Nemo. Honestly, one of my childhood favorites when it comes to Pixar. I adore Finding Nemo. First of all, Nemo is freaking adorable. Like top 3 cutest Pixar characters for me personally. He's just that freaking cute with his little fin. It's too much. But we have 2 dueling storylines here, and they both work so well. Everything in that fish tank is highly entertaining, really emotional, and gives you some of the most exhilarating moments of the entire film. But of course, as we follow Marlin and Dory as they venture throughout the ocean, all of the side characters here are amazing. Of course, our core characters are fantastic. Dory is the perfect example of a side character who should, by all means, just be grating, but instead is this beautiful, endearing character who comes with her own set of lessons and acceptance that I love to see. Plus, we get a story about a dad and his son and coming back together. The animation all these years later still looks stunning. I just adore Finding Nemo. In my runner-up position, at number 2, I have Toy Story, the film that kicked it all off, our very first Pixar animated feature film, and to this day still serves as arguably one of the best. Talk about captivating characters that were so interesting and so vital to the brand that they've ended up making 4 films in the series to date. The frenemy relationship between Woody and Buzz in the first film is so fantastic. That connection with Andy and Woody here is really entertaining. This entire concept about worth is actually much deeper than what you initially imagined. And any film that can make me come home and coddle inanimate objects and never want to throw them away certainly does its job. Toy Story has everything. It's one of the funniest. It has a very simple, streamlined, but effective stories. The characters are amazing. It has it all. So then, what comes in at number 1? Well, Toy Story 3. I know this might be a hot take to put the third film above the original, and it might be a hot take to have 2 Toy Story films in the top of my list. However, Toy Story 3 just hit on such a different level than anything else in Pixar. It really rang true to me personally, and that's why it's remained as special as it is, even with all of Pixar's amazing filmography around it. Our characters have come on such a journey to get to this third film. They've been through so much together. They've been through so much with Andy, and I applaud and thank the filmmakers for aging our characters up with us, the audience. Because everybody my age literally specifically identified with Andy in this film, in this moment. Once again, the idea of self-worth comes back up. It's very prevalent throughout the Toy Story films, including the subsequent 4th film to come later. But identity and family and what it means to have worth are all heavily explored here. The emotions run so high throughout the entirety of the film to give us this really, really hard-hitting and resonant conclusion to this 3-film arc. But not to be just a complete sad tear fest, the laughs also come fast and furious. Barbie and Ken are amazing in this film, as are most of the new toys we get to meet, but it's never at the expense or at the cost of getting that precious time with the toys we've loved for so long. I honestly think Toy Story 3 is perfect. I wouldn't change a single thing about the film. I adore it. And that is why it is my number 1 favorite Pixar film. So that's it. Those are my top 5 favorite Pixar films. As I said, if you want to hear my full ranking, not including Luca yet, make sure to check out my ranking of every Pixar film through Soul. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button down below and subscribe to the channel so that you are always up to date on all of my latest videos. Don't forget to check out all the videos from my fellow Movie Nerds Club members. Hit those links, give them a watch, and subscribe if you're not already. I love you all so much for your continued support. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.